Hi. I have the freedom to identify with this body. Is that, and then that creates illusion and suffering.
Yes.
All right, I'm not sure if I have a follow-up to that.
Yes, the thing is, when we say I, what I call I is the reality who is hearing my words right now. My words, you are hearing my words, right?
So you just define I as the bigger I. As
No, I define I as whatever it is, big or small, which is hearing my words.
that which is hearing your words is God.
Whatever it is which is hearing my words right now is what I call I. Would you agree with that?
It's hard to grasp that.
No.
Like,
Okay. When I speak, you hear me.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
This I that I think is separate from you hears you.
Yeah. But you would agree that this I is you.
I have seen this I to be bigger. So
Don't worry about what you have seen. But right now, this I,
yes. That I'm identifying with. Yes.
okay. In order to identify with something, you need to be different from the thing you identify with. For instance, I identify with my church, with my religion, with my soccer team, with my baseball team.
Since identification is a myth, it's impossible to identify.
But let's not go. You are the one who brought up identifying. I was more simple than that. When I speak, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I call consciousness whatever it is that hears me.
So I hear you and consciousness hears you. Is that
No,
you're saying I'm the same thing as consciousness?
you are that which hears me, right? No?
I cannot escape this mental of thinking that I'm in. I cannot see what you're seeing.
Okay. Would you say that when I speak, it is another than you that hears me?
No, I hear you.
I'm just plain and simple. You hear me. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I call consciousness is whatever it is that hears me. Therefore, it's you.
It's hard to imagine me and consciousness being the same thing.
Because I define consciousness in a different way than the image you have of consciousness.
The image that I have of consciousness is everything. What?
Yeah.
What image do you have?
Whatever it is which is hearing my words.
I want to put something tangible behind it. Like,
That's difficult.
I want to have a mental understanding of it.
That's difficult. That's the bad news. The good news is you are it, so why do you want to have an image of it? It's like, would you rather have a Ferrari or a picture of the Ferrari?
So the understanding is just a photo, rather. That's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is that understanding is not a photo. I was addressing your desire to, in your own word, to have it tangible, right? Is that the word you use? Tangible. Unfortunately, that which is hearing these words is not tangible.
So intellectually, it can never be understood.
It doesn't mean, it depends what you say, what you mean by intellectually understanding. But it is experienced. It's the experiencing of it is the understanding of it. The experiencing of consciousness is not different from the understanding of consciousness. So it can be understood and experienced at the same time.
It can't be understood without experienced.
Understanding is always a form of experiencing. Understanding is an experience. You see, not experience is in the form of understanding, but understanding is a form of experiencing. There are other forms of experiencing, such as perceiving. Perceiving is experiencing. Thinking is and perceiving through the senses is experiencing. So hearing is experiencing. Thinking is also a form of experience. Or feeling bodily sensations is also experiencing. Understanding is also a form of experience, which is a little bit different from thinking, perceiving, feeling, you see. But it's nevertheless, it's a form of experience. And understanding, which is a form of experience, can be subdivided as understanding that relates to objects or concepts, and understanding that relates to understanding itself. But that's a little too complicated. I wanted to go back to what we were talking about. You.
Me.
I was asking the question, are you the one hearing my words? You said yes. Right?
Yes, correct.
And I call consciousness, so forget your definition of the word consciousness or awareness. Forget about it. We need to have a common language here. So I call consciousness the reality which is hearing my words. Okay? And since you agreed that you are the one hearing my words, the reality which is hearing your words must be the reality of you, which is the real you.
Yeah, that's hard. That's a hard one.
Why?
It makes me bigger. It makes me something.
No. Sorry, I've never said that.
Yeah. I'm imagining it.
Yeah, because you go back to the old pattern, old image you had of consciousness.
You want me to see truth for what it is right now, like what's without
just
my
what
head,
it is now,
without my head.
without bringing the past and the meanings that you have attached in the past to the word consciousness. It's a new word. It's new. Okay,
Well,
let's
I feel presence. I feel the presence.
okay, let's call it presence. And what I call presence is the reality which is hearing these words right now. And since you said, I am hearing these words, what I call presence is the real you. Would you agree with that?
There is a sense of peace, and there's a sense of no worries when I was able to put myself there, or it was able to come, and there was peace for a good second or two.
Yeah. What makes it peaceful? It is because it is disconnected from any attribute when we redefine it. When you think of me, usually of me, you think of a body or of a mind, so something limited. Now, we have moved from me to the reality which is hearing these words, which we call presence. So then presence has no attributes. You see, by attributes I mean no qualities of being here, of being a body.
No details.
No details. We don't know. So we have replaced an image with some well-defined qualities with something presence which has nothing attached to it. It's not big, not universal, not small. We don't know.
Oh, interesting.
What happens when we don't know? When we don't know anything about it, is that it is what it is. It is what it is. Big, small, whatever it is, we don't know. It is what it is.
So seeing truth rather than seeing what I think,
Right.
what my mind thinks it is.
Yes. What it is what it is.
And of course the habit is to always go back to what my mind thinks it is.
Yeah. And then you go back to being a shrunk body.
Shrunk body.
A shrunk body. A shrunk, Mom, I shrank the kids, I have my references here. It's called culture. Yeah, honey, oh, thank you, I stand corrected.
Yeah, so there's a back and forth of the presence and then the shrinkingness.
But you see, remember that from our conversation, we made the determination that presence was the real me.
So why go to the fake? In other words, why eat it?
Yeah. So all we have to do is to stick to our experience that we don't know what we are.
Because that's true, the direct experience rather than...
Right. This direct experience doesn't tell us anything about ourselves other than...
The sensations.
Other than we exist. Presence is existence. absence is non-existence. The opposite of presence is absence. Absence is not there. Non-being. Presence is being. Existence, but being. So, all we know about us, the reality which is hearing these words, as we have defined it, or aka presence, the reality which is hearing these words, aka presence, what we know about it is that it is present, right?
And that's all we know.
Right. So our real self, our real I,
It's presence.
yes. And and the mistake we have made in the past is to attach all kinds of qualities to it. Dimensions and so on. And it's really childish because we don't really experience those qualities. For instance, if I would ask you, in your opinion, what color are you?
Pink.
Only ladies. No. Your body is pink, perhaps. But what color is presence? Remember, you are presence.
It doesn't really have a color.
Right.
Huh. Because when you said you, what color are you? Again, habit goes to
The body.
what's my definition of you?
Yeah, right.
It's a different way of
Yeah,
thinking. It's a different way of talking.
yeah.
I'm never gonna get there.
You got there. It will come back to you. It will haunt you. Because when you have no qualities other than existence, you're free,
Which is true.
which is true. But there are more qualities actually. When I say existence, there is more we know.
It's the infinite, whatever you want to imagine. It's imagination.
Oh yeah, the infinite. No, we don't want to go there. But presence or you, the real you. There is something else that you know. For instance, you know that it is real
Yes.
because
I had a direct experience of it.
no.
Otherwise-
That's in the past. Now you know that it's real. Why? Because you cannot fake the fact that you are hearing my words. You cannot pretend you are not hearing my words. Right?
I could pretend, but I would be lying to myself.
Yeah, and then you will be the witness or the one who is perceiving this lie, right? So you cannot pretend that you are not conscious. That's the point I'm making.
Huh.
In other words, another quality of presence.
I'm doing a good job of it, though.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
No, walking around unconscious.
No,
Conscious.
another quality of presence is that it is conscious. You see? So, for instance, we saw qualities that presence doesn't have. I ask you, what's the color of presence? You say it has no color, right? If I ask the question, what's the size of presence? Doesn't mean anything. How tall is presence? 7 feet? 7 feet 2? 300 feet? Doesn't make sense, the question, right?
It doesn't have size.
Yeah, it doesn't have size. So size, in other words, extension in space, extension in time, color, these qualities belong to objects or to thoughts. They don't belong to presence. But the quality of being real, reality, the quality of being present, the quality of being conscious, these belong to presence and they don't belong really to objects.
They belong to presence and they don't belong to what?
To objects. Like a computer. A computer is not conscious, for instance. Only consciousness is conscious. Anyway, these were just a few hints for you. Think about it.
Thank you.